Hello, and welcome to your Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Um, the messages are timeless, and whenever you find this video, there'll be something here for you, I'm sure, because that's just how this works out here. So, you want to be more tuned in, you want the messages to be more guided towards you, then just simply let the universe know, let Source God know by being tuned in, tapped, and turned on. And I'm going to begin by using my custom words of clarity to get the word of love, which is already fallen out. We have usefulness. What about for peace? For our peace, thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the word of clarity for peace? Good. Now for our happiness. Word of clarity for happiness today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, perfect. All right. For love, we have usefulness falling out of the deck. Love. What is love useful to you? How can you put your love to use? For our peace, we have relate. Relate. Ooh, and I see a friction situation, a situation that's a little bit could cause some friction within your emotional state, and it's like, how can you relate to them? Okay, can you have fellow feeling enough to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and be able to be like, well, I'm sure they're doing the best they can right now, and go about and mind your business. Literally is what I'm getting. Go about and mind your business. So for your happiness today, you have prosperity. Prosperity is on the table for you today for happiness. The bottom of the deck we have is this spark. Some new spark, new energy, things kicking up, picking up, inspiration, inspired downloads, channel messages, epiphanies, sparking of new relationships. A new relationship would seem very useful to you because it seems like it's just automatic understanding and fellow feeling with one another. You can understand to each other because you can relate to each other's stories and past and everything, and the happiness is overflowing in this connection in regards to a new job. Somebody got a new job and they really needed you there. Oh man, you feel so useful in this job, and you're finding that you like the aura, the energy of the workplace, and you're really happy because it's very well compensated. In regards to your family, I see a family having some family time, game night type of energy, and I feel like you're noticing that it's useful to have these moments because they spark a greater love connection in between your family members, and it gives you a chance to find out what's going on with one another, and you keep it focused in an upbuilding way. So it's like wherever anybody in the family is going through some things, you're able to redirect attention into a positive direction. So that's really good. Let's see what flash card wants to come out for you today. Here it is. We got the 5 dinosaurs. This is about a huge shift. So you've been focused on changing the energy in the situation, and that's why whatever has happened here has happened. Somebody was unpleased with what was, and you made some big changes. Well, guess what? There's some more changes going on, and I'm hearing by remaining impartial to outcomes, remaining impartial to overall outcomes, but just going in with the best energy yourself is how you see the most productivity, and it has the most effect in the aftermath. Okay, the bottom of the deck is a red cylinder, so that's dealing with root chakra energies, and this is good because this is dealing with family, this is dealing with your foundations, this is dealing with safety and security and your ability to sustain and take care of yourself, your own ideas of prosperity and wealth and physical health and victimization or being empowered. The difference in that. Feeling that the world is supportive and the universe supports and God supports, or you always find the support or encouragement for the things that you want to do, and seeing that you're enough. I'm seeing that you're enough. You can feel secure. You do feel secure. As a matter of fact, finding your security, finding your own sense of security and well-being in your in your vessel, in your physical vessel, has helped you to see where you want to make some more changes, helped you see where you want to make some more changes. Somebody's really looking and reevaluating the usefulness of a love situation that they're dealing with. They're really looking at their job and they're saying, you know what, is this job really relative to interests that are near and dear to my heart? So somebody's creating a shift in regards to their opportunity for employment and income generation, because they're aligning themselves with a different circumstance that is more fitting to their overall goals and purpose in this life. Somebody is making a big practice of, I see somebody walking around their home and like blessing everything they own. Whoa. And if you did that once a week, once a day, 5 times a week, whatever, 5 times a day, however much you're doing this, I feel like that's going to create a huge shift for you in regards to your physical experience. So I want to pull some tarot cards. I want to see what's going on. I want to see some experiences. I am excited to find out what this tarot reading is going to be about. If you would like to have a card pulled just for you, ask a quick question at the end of this general session, send your super chat for $5 US or more. And if not, just sit back, relax, watch the show. If it resonates with you, run with it. If it doesn't make your heart sing, if it doesn't pull on your soul, if it's not resonating, then leave it where you found it, because it's not for you, and that's okay too. However, I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and in my world, I know that that's true. So for those of you who are attracted to watch this video, there is definitely something in this for you. And let's see. I'll be keeping an eye on the chat here through my phone. Thank you. All right, let's see what's coming out for today. All right. Let's see what's the situation, the experience that we're going to talk about. What kind of experience are we talking about? Show me the energy that we're talking about at this time. Okay, we're talking about temperance. We're talking about divine timing and the waiting game. Whoa, divine timing and the waiting game. Show me what this divine timing and waiting game is about. Thank you. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun. The Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, and the Sun has to do, for somebody that is a strong Leo energy here, that is learn some things, but resistant to making the change. I feel like you're starting to get some hope about a breakthrough, that something that's been stagnant for a long time is going to change, but you're still in this, I got to hold on a little bit more. I got to wait energy. So waiting on everything to line up, divine timing. We have the 6 of Pentacles upright and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And so I really believe that you've already received a gift, and you know that there's a lot of generosity in this. You know that there's a lot of opportunity in this. Somebody is really waiting for a person to come in. You're waiting on somebody to come in. And I feel like you've been waiting on this person for a while. Okay, some of you are dealing with Sagittarius energy or Leo energy or both. Okay, so now let's look at, let's see more. If this is a situation where we have a circumstance where people have been waiting for this start. I mean, you got the gift. It's like, okay, so when I say you got the gift, but it's not here yet, and you're still waiting on divine time, it's like you placed your order on eBay. You know it's already in the mail. You got the tracking number and everything. You can see that it's like 3 days away, or, filling the timing blank or whatever. But you already placed your order. You know it's on the way. And now all you got to do is kind of just sit back and chill. You already did everything you had to in the transaction to bring it in. Now, I mean, you can't rush the shipping anymore. It's coming from where it's coming. Okay, so let's see. Show me this side, and then we're going to look at this side. We'll look at a two-party situation here. So show me this side. First card we have coming out for this side is the 10 of Swords. There is a strong ending on this side over here. There is an ending. Show me more about this ending. First two clarifiers is the shadow side and the Ten of Cups. Somebody was in a situation where they were so emotionally invested, but they kept meeting their devil. They kept meeting their shadow side. They kept finding a dark energy as they stayed in it. And this has come to an end. Somebody brought an end to that. They were like, there is no bliss in this. So let's look at some more clarifiers there. The Ten of Wands in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. I really feel like, again, this is just ratifying what I've already pulled. There was a moving on. The Eight of Cups is at the bottom of the deck right now. So there was a strong ending on this side over here. Strong ending. For someone, this was an ending of investing in a, what you call a twin flame relationship or a karmic partner or a soulmate type situation. For some of you, this is about, on this side, we have a Capricorn energy who's looking at, family life. Just, you've always had to fight so hard to have family life, and this person is just, there's a Capricorn energy here that's, I'm done with this fight. If I have to fight this hard, I'm done. I refuse to battle for this. This is how it should be. It's okay for me to expect love. It's okay for me to expect to be able to be at peace. It's okay for me to expect to be assisted and receive assistance. It's okay for me to ask for help when I need it. It's okay for me to say what's really on my mind. And somebody's really having to step up into that energy really strong right now. Let's look at this side now. Let's see what's going on. What's the main energy for this side? We have the Three of Pentacles. Here we have somebody who is focused in the energy of getting things done, doing the work. There's mastership in this person because this person has enough skill to be able to write the handbook. That's what I hear. Somebody here's got enough skill and ability in this to write a handbook, an instruction manual on how to do it. So this is somebody who is learned, practiced, put into play so much this ability to create, to build, to rebuild, even to take change and build something long lasting out of the change in the situation. And then when I think about it, we had that 5 dinosaurs there, and they were talking about major changes happening. So let's clarify this Three of Pentacles for this side over here. We have the Nine of Wands upright and the Strength in reverse. Look, I've already got all the skill I need. I don't have to fight so hard. I've been through worse than this before. I've been through worse than this before. This is actually very easy. I wrote the book on this. So as far as being patient, allowing things to come together, you're like, I wrote the book on this. I've waited for things before. It's worth the wait. I know how to handle this. I got this. Let's see what else we have coming out as clarifiers here. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands. See, look, somebody is offering great news about something they want to do, and you're like, yes, I want this. But there's this waiting period. This waiting period is here to do the work. So with that, we have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is about somebody who may have contacted you, emailed you, wrote you a letter, instant message, and they were like, hey, I'm going to come visit you. Maybe somebody said, I'm going to come visit you, or I want to see you. Somebody was like, you know what, we'd like to interview you. We'd like to consider you for this position. We would like you to train. We would like you to come and share your skills. We would like you to come and speak. We would like you to write this book. We would like you to write this manual. We would like you to, and it's good news. You're excited about it. This could actually triple your income for somebody. That is very specific, I feel. But you're like, I got the skills. That's a walk in the park. I really feel like whatever they're asking you to do, it's a walk in the park. I already did this so many times. All right, I want to pull some more cards over this just to get a little bit more clarification. So let's just see what we got going on. I'm going to use my Wisdom of the Oracle deck to give us some more clarity here. Show me why this Temperance energy is here as the situation. Let's get some shuffles down right here. Shuffles down. Ooh-wee. Okay. All right. So I'm being told that as I shuffle this, I'm to relate an experience that I had just yesterday. I needed to do some errands with my grandchildren. And so, as my grandchildren and I are leaving a local business, there was a lady who was like really having a struggle putting one foot in front of the other, literally. Like she had one of those walkers that has the fold down seat on it, and she was like stuck at the door, and the door kept, it was one of those electric doors that when you step in front of it, it waves open for you, right? And you just walk on through. Yeah, well, this door kept closing on her because she couldn't move her feet, right? For whatever reason, she really looked to me like she had had a stroke at some point. And I'm just like, well, who the hell is with her? And so here comes me and my grandsons, and I'm like, honey, you need to sit down. Let me help you, you know? And so I get her to sit in her walker, and I push her to the parking lot. I'm like, who is with you? Is your daughter with you, your son, your husband? Who's with you? She said, my husband's in the car. I said, honey, why is your husband in the car? He should be here with you. And she said, he's in the car. He's waiting. I said, okay. Well, if I was your husband, there's no way you would be in the store or anywhere by yourself or at all if you don't need to. Because, honey, you don't need to be walking around by yourself. I said, if I was your husband, you wouldn't have to do all this. I said, and your husband should be taking better care of you. As we got closer to the vehicle, a man jumped out. Now, the lady herself, she must have been at least 65 to 70 years old. The man that jumped out of the car, about, 65 to 75 years old. And he came over and real excited, real jumpy. And he came over and he says to me, oh, thank you so much. I'll take care of her now. I said, excuse me, sir, I'm going to need you to take a lot better care of your wife. I'm really going to need you to take so much better care of your wife. Your wife has no business walking around anywhere by herself. Anybody could have took anything from her, including her purse or whatever. They could have hurt her. She could have fell down. You needed to be with your wife. Why are you sitting in the car and your wife is in there getting beat up by the door because you're sitting in the car? Sir, I'm going to need you to take better care of your wife. And I really touched him, because he was triggered, and you know what? I'm glad I triggered him. So somebody needed to hear that. It was wild because, so just for confirmation that I had served the purpose I needed to, as I walked back to my vehicle with my two grandsons, I'm telling my grandsons, and mind you, they're 4 and 5 years old. Y'all have seen them, right? And I'm like, Princeton and Quentin, when y'all get married and you have girlfriends or a wife or whatever, or people that you love and they can't walk, you don't let them go by themselves. You take care of them. You give them a ride. It's okay. You're strong, so you can help them. And if you have a wife, you take good care of her. You don't make her do things like that by herself. If she needs your help, you be there for your wife. Otherwise, you don't need a wife. So I'm telling them that, and as I get to where my vehicle is at, I see a car, and it looks like the car is trying to back into the space next to me, and it looked like he had touched my bumper, and I looked around, well, there was no damage, and I was like, oh my God, it looked like you had hit my car, and I immediately shift from thinking about that to dealing with this situation. The guy, no, I didn't hit your car. I said, okay, good. So I got the boys getting him in my car, and as the man gets out, I noticed that his wife, I assume she was his wife, is staying in the passenger seat. And I had to tell him, thank you, sir, for taking care of your wife, for handling the business in the store, because, that guy had his wife getting beat up by the door and while he was waiting in the car, and she could barely walk. But thank you for taking care of your wife and just running and handle it. Let her chill in the car. That was really nice. He was like, wow, that's crazy. And he kept going. And then, so now the boys are in the car, and I'm over closing the door for them. And as I'm going to get in my door, another car pulled up so quickly, and this couple got out. And they were also about in that age range. I want to say 60 to 75, somewhere in there. And they got out of the car together, and I smiled at them, and they smiled at me, and my mouth opened, and out of it came, thank you for being there with each other and loving each other and being together so that you could go in the store together and come out together. And I know you guys love each other and take care of each other, and thank you. Thank you, because that guy over there let his wife get beat up by the door, and she's out here by herself, and she can't even walk. I had to help her. And they were like, oh, yeah, he takes care of me, she said. And he said, and so it was like, wow. And as I got out at the next store, because we got up from that store and we went into the car and went to another local business. And as we got out of there, I was just so moved to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, lustrous God, that my legs work and I can walk in this store with my grandchildren. And I heard, and repeat that a couple more times. And so I did out loud, just like that. But after I said it the first time, a woman walking in front of me turned around and she looked back at me and she just smiled and she kept walking. Why we want to say this to you, you're being put in strategic positions because you know certain things and you carry a certain energy. Everybody can't go with you. Some of them need to go. Some of them need to fall off. They bringing up the shadow. They don't want to get out of the shadow. They got to go, honey. You got work to do. You got greater things calling to you. Okay? Long story. It's done. Let's clarify these cards, please, and thank you. It needed to be told on YouTube, so there it is. Time for a nap. Yes. In regards to the temperance energy, we have card number 2 and number 24, the numbers 2 and 4, talking about duality, partnership, coupling, and 4, building. And so it's like 2 people are trying to build something here. They're willing to invest. They want to build something together, but there's time for a nap. Why? Because as you nap, you catch yourself in alignment and you allow time to pass. You allow the passing of time. You allow yourself to get off of whatever resistant state of mind you're in and allow the universe to step in and do the work of bringing together divine timing, because it shows the sun here as a major arcana with the temperance as far as the situation. And that's letting me know out of these 5 cards, 2 of them are major arcanas. Lord Source God is on this. You've got a team there, and they're working to bring these energies together, you know. And we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Anybody who is waiting for opportunity to come through, these 2 cards being in reverse together are speaking as one, and they're saying to me, yes, this is real. This is really going to happen. It's really on its way to you. And the 6 of Pentacles upright is really screaming about a blessing coming to you that's going to increase your wealth, increase your value, increase your tax bracket, raise your property value, because you're going to be in a new property somewhere else. I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm getting. Time for a nap until then. And remember, prosperity was the word of happiness for today. So allow the energies to come together and give praise that something hasn't happened yet. Because of the fact that it hasn't happened yet means that, hey, the energy is still perfecting itself. The brew is still coming together. The elements of the recipe are still being stirred into the pot. So let the universe stir this thing up real delicious like for you. You know what I'm saying? Let it come together. All right, over here, by the book. Somebody is really decided that they want to do things by the book. Somebody over here also, I'm picking up 2 separate energies over here. The first energy I want to speak about is this really high vibrational energy. The number 11 is highly significant. This person is taking back their spiritual power and their financial power, I feel. This person is really trying to do things in their life the right way. Certain things have come to an end. They've come to a decision where they're realizing, like, hey, family environment for some of them is bringing up a lot of shadow, and they're saying, I'm trying to carry a weight that's not my own. It's time for me to take action. And they're so decided about this. They've been trying to do things according to what society rules says is right, but they realize, like, I have to step up, take my power, and assert my power in this, because continuing to overwhelm myself and carry the burdens for the family, that's literally what I'm getting. Carrying the burdens for the family is not conducive to me fulfilling my purpose, you know. And it's also not creating a change. It's not creating a change. It's creating an enabling energy, because now this person whoever this person is, if you got on your mind here, which if you're resonant with this side, it's like they're not getting up to do it, and so you can't make them do it, right? But you got to get to your own doing. You got to get to your own doing, and that is involving a major ending for you. You have 3 10s in 5 cards. Your only major arcana is the shadow side. The shadow side is all about temptation. It's about low vibration. It's about fears. It's about, what are you bound to? Are you really satisfied with what you've chosen to bind yourself to? Is it really for you? Is this something you want to continue forward with? Honestly, I feel like somebody's felt like, no, this is not for me. And so somebody is taking their spiritual and their financial power back, and they're creating an end to a situation that we could use the word toxic on this really easily. We could use the word toxic on this really easily. It's like the evidence has become so clear that there's nothing else you can do. But I get with this by the book card, I get the very tribe energy. Gotta move on with my tribe. It's time to move on with my tribe. Okay, let's see what's going on over here on the Three of Pentacles side. Tell me more about this energy over here. Hey, happy to see you here. Happy that you're with us. If you're new finding us, then welcome. Everything happens for a reason. And for those of you returning, we're always grateful to be back with you. The Three of Pentacles is here, and we have the card of peace coming out. Peace. Number 23. And there's that 5 energy that we had with the dinosaurs over there. 2 + 3 = 5. This is about a positive change in your life. And I know it's positive because the 2 is before the 3. This is about a duality. So this is about finding the balance, finding the duality in a situation, and creating with the 3 of Pentacles, creating. So I hear somebody made peace with the third-party situation. This is not relevant to all of you, but it is resonant for some of you. And I feel like whoever you are that made peace with this third-party situation, like it's creating a shift in their energy that's very strong. And does it mean that you're staying in it? No. Does it mean that you're leaving it? Hey, maybe. Some of you are staying, some of you are leaving. Okay, that's how we're going to put that. Either way, somebody is making peace with it. And in the making peace of it, I see a focus more towards career, more towards building up your own accounts, stocks, bonds, achievements. I see, what do I see? I see something is about to open up even further. And you know what? In this state of peace, it hatches new things, is what I'm hearing. It's hatching new things for you, new opportunities. Because you chose to take your mind and go with this resting period. Remember, the whole situation sits in the time for a nap, temperance energy. There's a in-between time. This is, as we talked a lot about in the past, at shift change, when you're in line and you're waiting to pay, honey, sometimes you come up on shift change, which means it ain't the new person on, it ain't the old person on. Actually, nobody's ringing up shit until they finish counting out their money and changing out their money and changing out their drawer, or however that works. And so you're focusing more on what you've been building. So your career, somebody's literally working on hobbies that they've been crafting with their hands, or building I see somebody building a shed, just doing things where your skills are already proven, and like your work speaks for itself is what I hear. Your work speaks for itself. At this point, you don't even have to put force to it. It's just kind of flowing your way. Finally, it's like hump day is past. Now we're on the down slope of the hump. We don't have to work that ass to climb up the hill. Now it's just a stroll downhill. And I feel like you've got a great momentum that's easy to carry now. You've got a great momentum that's easy to carry. It's leaving you sitting in this place of peace. And part of the reason why you're there is because you've filtered out a lot of the BS from your life. Okay, you filtered out a lot of the BS from your life. And you learn to do that because your intuition kept pulling you and pulling you and pulling you. And it's like, let this go, let that go. You don't need all this. You don't need all that. And then if you were anywhere where you feel like you're just shaking off all these people, situations, and circumstances, and all these weights, I'm literally seeing them as weights. I see somebody that's got all these sandbags tied to them, weighing them down. And I just see you dropping them off. I see somebody else who's skateboarding and they got 150 backpacks on, and as they skateboard, they keep dropping them off one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got them from around your neck, you got them hanging clipped to your belt, and it's like one by one here, you taking off all these weights. so that you can be free. And the thing about it is, it can be lonely at the top. The tip top of the pyramid is very solitary. Everybody can't make it there. Everybody can't handle these altitudes, baby. You feel me? So, but you're at peace and you're protected in this energy. It's like you have your own bubble of protection. So anywhere where you feel like you haven't been seen or recognized in regards to your career, in regards to your business, or in regards to any partnerships or cooperations you've been dealing with, I feel like understand that it wasn't. It served to protect it. To protect what? To protect your development, to protect what you've been building, to protect what you've been growing, to protect your investment. It's growing, honey. It's growing. It's growing. It's growing. It's growing. And I'm getting that same growth energy from this other side over here, the by the book. What I see is the little baby elephant and the medium-sized elephant and the larger size elephant. And they're showing me like growth, a pattern of growth, a growth pattern. So a very strong growth pattern. I feel like this strong growth pattern is going to really catapult you to the next level. So let's look some more at this situation. I want to pull another spread. I'm pulling another spread over this situation. Let's see. Let's clarify all this with the 7-card gypsy for me, please. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here with you, to be of service. I'm so thankful and grateful that all those who are called to are ready to receive this. Because you know, some greatness that's been in the making for you. And you had some false ideas come through in the past that they didn't work out. You thought certain things were going to work, and you know, in the end you had to leave that shit behind too and burn rubber on it. You know what I'm saying? You had to let that go because it just wasn't going anywhere that you want to be. For some of you, in regards to relationships, I know that you have to let go of some third-party energy, and that doesn't mean somebody was cheating on you. All that means is there was a meddlesome energy within it. It could be parent, sibling. It could have been a best friend. It could have been a job. It could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that created a meddlesome energy. I see somebody's really shocked and surprised that things have turned out this way because they never expected that they would have to walk away and leave somebody out in the cold. But you realize, like, if I don't, I'm creating some really ugly, dark energy for myself because I really, like, everything in me is in fear of this situation continuing. And this type of fear feels like it's really protecting me from something. It's really guiding me into a better position for myself at this time, so that I can experience more pleasure in my life, because this feeling I have, it's like a sinking in my gut, and it's this intuitive knowing that something is off, is telling me that this needs to come to an end. So what is this that needs to come to an end? It's a leechy energy, you know what I'm saying? And so some of you are still in the middle of that energy in some fashion or form, and others of you have already come through it, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's just what I just did, Melinda. That's wild that you know that. Were you watching while I was having those thoughts? Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see from here where we're at. What is the recent past in this situation? 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. At one point, this situation made you really happy, but at some point, that third energy came up, right? Third energy came up. The third energy, currently, King of Wands, doing exactly what I need to do, and can't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like whenever you had some joy, whoever this external influence is would try to come and squash your dream killer. Was dealing with some dream killer energy, you know what I'm saying? But now it's time to take action. It's time to do something. And I feel like for someone, there's a situation here. There's something that has been going on for 3 months. I feel in regards to business, career, and investing, I feel like a 3-month situation is about to really hit a payoff for you. I really do. I feel like you have the knowing of when to act and when to hold back, when to go harder and when to chill out, when to give it time and when to just disappear and go ghost is what I see. And so now is the time to really exercise that for yourself, because you have some unexpected blessings that are just outside of your awareness. And what's holding them off is this this entertaining of this situation that you had done. But look, it's showing me that you've already created so much. Like, I feel like, okay, 89, I'm hearing 89% of the viewers of this video will be ones who've already gone through so much of the change, and now you're in a new energy. So it's like, okay, this King of Wands energy is telling me, hey, and there's that Sagittarius energy again. It's saying though to me, hey, what do I want to do with all this power I have? I can do so much. Which way do I want to go? What do I want to do? And it's like the universe is even asking you now, okay, so now what do you want? You created all this space for yourself. You're really happy. Anybody who had created all this space, you're really happy about all the space that you've created. For someone, there's a reunion in your recent past. This reunion in your recent past, you ready to make a move, you ready to bust a move. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, then you got it. If you want it, then baby, you got it. And so somebody's ready to bust a move, and it's like whoever you want to bust a move on, oh, they standing there, they act, and they holding off all sorts of other approaching energies or people or suitors or opportunities to be able to hold this space for you. Yeah, they're holding on, and I wanna, yeah, I want that lady. Get it. Okay, I want her. What song is that? Key Sweat. Okay. The Hierophant comes out here. So now we have a Taurus energy, but this is coming out in your advice. So what's your advice? Your advice is to be committed to the course of action that you're on. Commitment. The Hierophant deals with commitment long term. It deals with marriage. It deals with contracts. It deals with higher learning and higher education. The Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So there's that Taurian energy again there. So we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius on the table, but with a very strong Sagittarius and a very strong Leo. We have Scorpionic energy on the table as a challenge. We have a triply strong Leo energy because we had the Sun and the Strength card come out. Those both are Leo energy to me. Now we have the Hierophant coming out as that Taurian energy. What I see is, look, there's a couple of energies trying to come together. This side is at a point right now of ending some shit for real. And what you may not know is that in the walking away, you're walking right into something that's going to put you in a whole new world. And over here, we have somebody who's really just focused on their career, focused on their business. Maybe it's 3 children involved, 3 people involved. Maybe they got 2 business partners. Maybe they have 3 sources of income. There's something like that with the 3 energy over here. But there's also that energy of this person is not stressing themselves out. They ain't doing nothing like that because in regards to this situation, it is a divine timing necessary. And I feel like everything is aligned. You've already gone through the major changes, let go with its death card in reverse. You already let go of so much stuff that you needed to let go of to allow this to happen. Yeah. Woo, somebody found out about a secret with a 3-party situation, and they ended that shit. And as soon as they ended that, they come into this blessing, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, now there's this desire to move forward, move on. And this is somebody that actually came in at the right time, and they were like, but you were my wish. I wished for this. Well, the wish is here. And so now it's a plan put in action that's going to require a complete flip, a complete change of situation, a complete change of where you're at. I feel like if you were on the I feel like if you're on the East Coast, you're gonna move to the West Coast. I feel like if you was on the West Coast, you're gonna move to the East Coast. If you was down south, you might move moving up north. Anyways, I see this flipping energy, and is this energy literal, physical, or is this in your head space? Because I really feel like this has a lot more to do with head space for you. But it's because the way you was looking at opportunity, a wish fulfillment, was not exactly the way that was most beneficial to you. And so now that awareness is shifting. It's creating a change in the way you're looking at the thing. Okay, so now in regards to the challenge was to really, go for what you was waiting for instead of going for a boo-boo to fool over there. Okay. And so here we have the other party involved in this situation. They stand in their ground. They want this new beginning with you. This person looking at you like you are the everything, and they're thinking, yeah, this could be long-term marriage potential. And then over here you got the Hierophant in your advice, and it's like, yes, you love this person. Yes, this is a divine partnership, spiritual divine partnership that you want to hold on to. Okay. And then as an outcome here, we have, this is an unending, an everlasting story. Did anybody watch that movie? And Never Ending Story. There we go. Never Ending Story. Anyways, it's been a lot lately. Here we go. So the Never Ending Story is saying like this is a link that crosses all time. This is the Temperance card making another appearance. Y'all, if you don't know, Temperance is my twin flame energy. And what is that twin flame energy? You work through all these soulmates, you work through all these karmic connections to learn the truth about self-love is the best love. But your love was the worst drug. And that's all it is. It's just a drug. And it only gets you high for a little while. So then you left stuck with yourself. And so in this twin flame journey, like you end up developing and evolving your soul through looking at the mirror of what you're attracting, and instead of blaming them, you look at your own triggers, remove your own triggers, you evolve your soul, you become more aligned with your authentic self through a series of self-realizations and letting go of illusions of powerlessness by taking your power back. Now, once you've done enough of that, you can align beautifully with another who has that soul connection with you, who has also done this work. Sometimes it looks like you're there, and then you find out, oh no, that was just another karmic jerk. But then here we go. This is something where you're already in communication with somebody. Some of y'all are already in communication with a person who really feels aligned with you, because this person's been, there's just this deep soul resonance, and you can see how they are owning responsibility for their self, how they're in that self-love energy. It's evident because this person isn't making you their world. This person is still doing their world. Okay. And they are thriving in it. They're thriving in it. And then you also are still maintaining you. And yet still there's this connection. These are arrows of love coming in. Arrows of love coming in on the Never Ending Story. Thank you for tuning in, guys and gals. Thank you for being here. Until next time. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time, shout out to Wanda in the Muppet. Love you. Bye.